life. It's not about money. See, I believe that money can either accentuate the positive or it exacerbates the negative in your life. And what I do believe is that if you want to improve your life, you have to believe in you. You know, yesterday I shared a pretty personal experience about my first wife. See, my second wife, my first wife divorced me because she said I'd never make enough money to make her happy. My second wife, she doesn't care about money. And I can truly mean that. She doesn't care about money. What she cares about is what kind of a husband, what kind of a father I am. And so what I'm going to tell you is that you can use money for good, or you can use money to destroy your life. And today, we have learned from people who can lift us. See, I was fortunate enough a few years ago to receive the Masters of Honor Award from my college and university I went to. They called and I went there, and they interviewed me. And they asked me what I felt was the essential ingredient to becoming successful. And it's no different than what I told you yesterday. And I said, you become who you associate with. And I said, you can fly with the ducks or you can soar with the eagles. I believe that you, and I mean this isn't me trying to manipulate you or your feelings. I believe that those people in this room today are trying to soar with the eagles. And so, there are a lot of people in our lives that do not want us to succeed. I recommend a book, and it's a little book. Most of us can read it in under an hour. It's called Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And it's about an allegory or a parable of a seagull, but what really is ourselves, of how we lift ourselves and lift ourselves beyond those who we associate with, and to become better. And so that's what we're here about today. Before I launch into the training, I'd like to share with you some things. There's been some bad press that has been given about Wake Up Now. If you don't think I know about it, you're wrong. See, I've always felt that when you live by the press, you die by the press. And I'm sensitive to that because I've seen the press not always accurately report what's out there. We have really created a momentum in the network marketing industry because I believe we're creating a category of one. And people don't want to see us succeed. They didn't want to see Jonathan Livingston Seagull succeed. And I know this, that there are other companies that have paid supposedly journalists to write bad articles about Wake Up Now. This started happening a year ago in August. One CEO publicly said it was his mission to make sure that our company was shut down within 12 months. And he is doing everything he can to try to have that accomplished by August 1st. And so he has paid, we know he has paid, people to write scathing bad articles about us. My attitude has been, I've ignored them. Let the bad people, let the detractors think whatever they're going to think. We're just going to go on. Unfortunately, there are those people who believe everything that goes on in the press. And so we have adopted an attitude that we're going to tell our story. But what you didn't hear is this, and I'm going to share with you. There's an article, I think, Jason, what does it say? We burned through $8 million. As I said yesterday, have financed a lot of companies, and I've spent millions upon millions of dollars starting those companies. Not all of them were successful. In fact, a lot of them failed. That's just life. People fail, businesses fail. But I invested. My friends invested, and other people invested. We understood the risk that were associated with going into those companies. When Jason and Phil and I came to this company, we went to the management of the company and they asked us to come in and run, and we said, we're not going to pay any of you until we break even. And if you can't stand the heat, you shouldn't be here, so leave. For over 18 months, I had 8 senior managers, including ourselves, that didn't take a paycheck. Okay? And then when we got paid, we paid the management minimum wage. In fact, I know there are some who are still taking minimum wage when Seymour Green is making what he's making, and some of you are making what, because we believe in the company. See, when Amazon started, they raised $63.5 million to get started. They didn't show a profit for 10 years. They invested all of their money and more to be able to create a category-creating company, and they only started to sell books. Okay? Google raised $1,159 million before they even started making revenue. And so what did they do? They invested. And so we get criticized. A year ago, we had 1 server. 1. Today we have over 50 servers. We had 1 real computer programmer. Today we have over 20. And our management has invested in the company. We chose to pay our employees before we paid ourselves. Now I'm going to ask you, is that investment or is that burning? And I'm going to tell you our dreams for this company, and they're dreams, but you know what? We're starting to execute on our dreams. Because we are building the very first, and I don't care if you tell people, it's the truth. We're creating the very first social distribution network in the history of business. Period. Facebook got started, they had no idea how they were going to make money. Amazon only thought we could make money off books. Twitter had no idea how they were going to make money. When we started this company, we knew how we were going to make money and how we were going to do it. And that was, we were going to be able to monetize social media. Up to this point, social media has only been able to make money by distributing information. We figured out, because of you, how to be able to make money when other people shop and save. And that's how you're going to develop a social distribution network. Now, we're excited about the future. Okay? But one of the things that I feel strongly about is this. You know, yesterday I talked about I've invested a lot, I've traded a lot. I actually developed proven that I could beat the stock market, okay? But what I found is I could put probability in my favor. I couldn't win 100% of the time, but I found that I could win a lot. And so over the last year, through some distributors, they put together the beginnings of a training program. We liked what we saw. We know that people who go through this program are 3 to 5 times more likely to succeed. Now, I got to tell you, if you went to Vegas and you took those odds, I would take those odds any day. And you know, you hear about people who believe. Lou believed. Lou was down to his last $300, and he put probability in his favor. Lou, what, are you an executive now? Okay. Fred Smith, when he started Federal Express, he was broke. His payroll was $1.5 million. This is absolutely true. And what he did is he only had 750. His payroll was $1.75 million. He called a casino in Las Vegas and he said, would you take a one-time bet, blackjack, for $750,000? Double or nothing. Because he knew that $750,000 was not enough to get him to be profitable, to make his payroll. What did he have to lose? And so he flew, he got a casino to do it on one hand, and he put $750,000 down. And you know what? What happened to Federal Express? He believed that this is what he has to do. We believe what we have to do is help you with education in our company. And so what we have done is we have put up the Wake Up Now training platform, and it's ready to go. Is it perfect? No. But I'm going to tell you this. This is my commitment. If you will use it as leaders, and if you will get your people to use it, you're going to experience a much higher success ratio. I can't tell you... I can't tell you exactly what that percentage is because it's up to you. You know, paycheck, I got to tell you, I could be done with just having paycheck speak today. But you get paycheck, you get your people on that program and just watch miracles happen. So what we have a video and we have podcast libraries. But more than that, we have motivation, direction, coaching, training, success, and advice, and more. And one of the things is this. We have perfected, if you can't talk to or have one of your people speak to you on a three-way call or whatnot, we're willing to get on the call and tell them about Wake Up Now. And it's not going to be some person who isn't passionate. And we don't take the commission. We don't get paid.